NORAD radars have just sensed some movement near the North Pole. It appears that the elves have finished loading Santa's sleigh and Santa has liftoff. Even loaded with all the gifts and goodies, Santa's sleigh seems to be moving lightning fast. He has a busy night ahead of him if he's to deliver all of the holiday gifts on time. No worries though. NORAD will be sure the skies are clear for each stage of Santa's Yuletide journey. For more information about NORAD, visit www.norad.mil. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Senior Chief Scipio.
NORAD has spotted Santa's sleigh moving quickly over the Pacific Ocean. Santa's sure not to miss any of the little tiny islands located in the massive seas of the area. Each stop lets him warm up just a bit before he continues with his journey. Did you know that the Pacific Ocean covers almost 1/3 of the Earth's surface? Santa sure has a lot of water to cover here, and he's sure to wave hello to all the US and Canadian naval forces guarding the seas. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Petty Officer First Class Diana King.
NORAD Santa cameras have captured these incredible images of Santa flying over Auckland, located in New Zealand's North Island in the South Pacific. Auckland is often called the City of Sails, as its harbor is filled with hundreds of yachts and boat launches. In fact, it is documented that 1 in every 3 New Zealand households owns a boat. Santa loves flying over the many city parks and magnificent buildings of Auckland, and he always circles the top of Mount Eden, New Zealand's famous volcanic cone and crater. He can see the entire city from up there. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Master Sergeant Modesto Martinez. Stay with us to see where Santa will fly next.
Just moments ago, NORAD Santa cams captured some incredible images of Santa flying over Melbourne, Australia. Ranked as one of the world's most livable cities, Santa loves Melbourne's thriving cultural events and festivals, and he always tries to visit Melbourne when he has time in the off-season. 2 of Santa's favorite Melbourne sites are the historical Royal Exhibition Building, which is a World Heritage Site, and the Shrine of Remembrance, which honors those who lost their lives during the First World War. Santa always takes a moment to pay his respect to all the World Service members as he flies by. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Master Corporal Michael Freeman.
NORAD Santa cams have spotted Santa over the islands of Japan and the Pacific. The latest images show Santa flying low over the seaside city of Sendai, and he is amazed at the tremendous and ongoing recovery following the devastating tsunami of early 2011. Santa is taking extra time this year as he flies over the island nation, realizing it has been a hard time for the Japanese people. Santa is very proud of the collective efforts and strengths of the Japanese people in facing this challenge, and he knows the Japanese nation and its people will persevere. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Dick Fulton.
As anticipated, Santa has arrived in China right on schedule. Our records show that he particularly enjoys seeing the man-made wonders of the world, which is why we expect he'll fly for hundreds of miles along the Great Wall, as he always does. He has lots of stops to make here in China, the most populous nation in the world, with more than 1.3 billion people. With all the stops he'll be making here, Santa's sled is sure to be a bit lighter. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Staff Sergeant Latoya Sewell.
NORAD satellites are alerting us that Rudolph, Santa, and the rest of the team are now flying over Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta is the 10th largest city in the world, and it's full of historical places and cultural heritage. Santa loves flying over Jakarta's many famous sites, including the National Monument, the Salaha Mat Datang Welcome Statue, the Arjuna Wijaya Chariot Statue, the Istiqlal Mosque and the Jakarta Cathedral. There are so many things to see as Santa flies over this sprawling city. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Senior Master Sergeant Christopher Kozel.
Santa appears to be gaining altitude. He's headed toward the world's highest mountain, Mount Everest in Nepal. Believe it or not, Santa's flight throughout the Himalayas is the coldest part of his journey. He's surely thanking Mrs. Claus for making sure his warmest red jacket, mittens, and hat were ready for this year's journey. It's a good thing the reindeer have eaten so many vegetables throughout the year to ensure they are strong enough to endure this leg of the journey. For Norad Tracks Santa, I'm Petty Officer First Class Anna Lugo.
So far, Santa's had a smooth flight this year. He's not encountered any difficulties, which is great news for us at NORAD. The Santa cams last spotted Santa flying over India's famous Taj Mahal. What a sight! Did you know that India has a population of more than 1 billion people? That's approximately 947 people per square mile. Wow! Santa and his team of reindeer are making great time, and we think they may be a few minutes ahead of schedule. Keep checking back with us here at NORAD for updates on Santa's location. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Petty Officer Daniel Jimenez.
NORAD Santa cams have just spotted Santa flying over Moscow, Russia. Moscow is a winter wonderland at this time of the year, and Santa loves the beautiful trees and decorations that shine in the night sky throughout the city. Though the Russian version of Santa Claus, Father Frost, is not due to visit Russia for another 2 weeks, Santa loves that so many people enjoy celebrating with him too. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Tech Sergeant Sharia Mordas.
Santa's been spotted passing over the pyramids of Egypt. The view as he travels over the land of the pharaohs is something he finds quite majestic. He is always fascinated with the architectural structure of the historic pyramids, and he never fails to be amazed when he sees the Great Sphinx, Luxor, and the Valley of the Kings. It's simply breathtaking from his viewpoint. Ever wonder yourself how these megastructures were built without power tools? For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Master Sergeant Matt Woods.
Santa is now cruising over the Mediterranean, and NORAD satellites are watching as he heads towards Rome, Italy. Rome's magnificent architecture, fountains, and piazzas are some of Santa's favorite sights during his journey. He also loves that there is so much history here, and flying over the Colosseum and the ruins of the ancient city bring back memories of the gladiators and chariots of long ago, which seem like yesterday to him. Buena Festa, happy holidays. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Chief Petty Officer Jody McGuire.
NORAD Santa Cam just captured images of Santa flying over the canals and monuments of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. The amazing architecture never fails to amaze Santa. He enjoys flying over Amsterdam's Royal Palace, the Eastern Docklands, Westerkerk, and the many museums and cathedrals that speckle the city. Santa's biggest challenge here is making sure the reindeer are careful when they land on their houseboats. Gentle landings do make Santa's job much easier in this city. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Technical Sergeant Walter Clark.
NORAD's radars just received images confirming that Santa is now flying over the capital city of Brussels, Belgium. Did you know that the headquarters of the European Union is located here? Santa's love of Belgian chocolate has him spending a bit of extra time in this city, and he takes his time to savor each bite of chocolate as he flies over the many historical landmarks of the city, such as the Grand Palace, the Hotel de Ville, magnificent Gothic cathedrals, and the numerous holiday markets that light up the city this time of year. What a fantastic place. For Norad Tracks Santa, I'm Marissa Novobilski.
Bonjour. It looks like Santa has entered France and has just flown by the Eiffel Tower in the city of Paris. Children throughout France should be in bed soon because Père Noël, as Santa is called in France, can only deliver toys when they are asleep. France is home to the world-famous Tour de France, a grueling 3-week, 2,240-mile bicycle race around the country. But that's nothing to Santa. He travels more than 91,000 miles in just 24 hours during his trip around the globe. We're not sure how he does it, but centuries of flying must have made him a great pilot. For Norad Tracks Santa, I'm Tech Sergeant Bianca Hill.
NORAD Santa cams have just spotted Santa flying over the United Kingdom, and it appears he is circling the skies near London, England. Santa and his reindeer are quite a sight as they fly over the River Thames close to the Tower Bridge and London Eye. NORAD Santa cams also caught Santa checking his watch as he flew by Big Ben. He must want to be sure he's on time to complete his journey. There have been no delays for Santa here in England, and the rest of his journey is expected to go smoothly. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I am Senior Master Sergeant Ronald Jarber.
Those Irish eyes must sure be smiling. NORAD has just received images of Santa flying over the capital city of Dublin, Ireland. It looks like Santa has just passed over Dublin Castle, St. Patrick's Cathedral, the Halfpenny Bridge, and he was spotted circling the Spire of Dublin, one of Dublin's newest landmarks. Did you know that Dublin was originally a Viking settlement? It sure has a lot of history. Many of its landmarks and monuments date back hundreds of years. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Master Sergeant Mark Sacco.
NORAD's Operations Center has just verified that Santa is in South America and is in the process of delivering presents throughout Brazil, the continent's largest country. Santa has just flown over Rio de Janeiro, one of Brazil's most vibrant cities and the home of the second largest Portuguese-speaking population in the world. NORAD is keeping its satellites fixed on the heat signature of Rudolph's bright red nose as Santa continues his journey throughout South America. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Tech Sergeant Sarah Fakai.
Wow! NORAD has just received images of Santa flying over the Amazon rainforest, one of the world's greatest natural resources. Santa is surely breathing easy here, as the trees and plants of the rainforest produce more than 20% of the world's oxygen. Did you know that the Amazon rainforest receives more than 9 feet of rain every year? It's also the home of more than 500 species of mammals, 175 different kinds of lizards, and more than 30 million unique insects. That's quite a bit of biodiversity. To find out where Santa's headed to next, stay tuned in with NORAD. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Master Sergeant Jamin Long.
NORAD Santa cams confirm that Santa is traveling along the Andes Mountains on the western coast of the South American continent, and we've received confirmation that he was spotted headed towards Santiago, Chile. Santa loves snow, and the Andes have plenty of it for him to practice his favorite sport of skiing during the off-season. It has been a long night for Santa, but this view helps him relax as he continues his trek across the world. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I am Senior Master Sergeant Todd.
Santa is moving along the eastern seaboard of the United States, and the latest images from NORAD Santa cams have located him in the area of Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is home to the largest indoor aquarium in the world. It's the birthplace of Coca-Cola and is home to Zoo Atlanta, where lives Ming Long, the only giant panda ever born in the United States. Santa loves the southern states of the U.S., especially some of their tasty treats. But he knows he still has some work ahead of him tonight. For Norad Tracks Santa, I'm Rudy Major Barnett.
Santa's sure moving fast tonight, and the latest images captured by the NORAD Santa cams have located him in New York City. NORAD analysis has shown that he spends a little extra time here to ensure he doesn't miss the many homes and apartments of the Big Apple. Weaving and out of the many skyscrapers, Santa and his reindeers take a little time to circle the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building. Without fail, Santa always remembers to take a moment to pause and consider those who have lost their lives during the attacks of September 11, 2001, as he flies over the former site of the World Trade Center, knowing that the men and women of NORAD are constantly monitoring the skies for any potential air threat. Santa feels safer than ever. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Sergeant First Class Arturo Roman.
The NORAD Santa cams have spotted Santa in the airspace above Portland, Maine, in the northeastern portion of the United States. Santa enjoys flying over Maine's unspoiled landscapes and magnificent lighthouses, but more importantly, he loves to dream of the delicious lobsters he eats in abundance each summer when he visits the Maine coast. The men and women of NORAD's Eastern Air Defense Sector will continue to monitor Santa's flight throughout the region. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm OS2 Harmony Tamala.
Salut tout le monde! The Canadian NORAD Regional Commander has just alerted us that Santa has been spotted high in the sky over Montreal, Quebec, in Canada. Montreal is the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and most of the children in Montreal call Santa by his French name, Père Noël. Montreal is also home to more than 51 national Canadian historic sites, including the landmark place Ville-Marie Tower, the magnificent Notre Dame Basilica, the Olympic Stadium, and many more. Santa loves seeing so much history in one location, and he's glad to have the company of the Canadian NORAD fighter pilots as he flies over the city. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Lieutenant Alain Blondin, Royal Canadian Navy.
NORAD Santa cams have just captured images of Santa flying over the city of Guadalajara, Mexico. Santa makes sure the reindeer are super quiet when he flies over the city, as he hopes to hear the sounds of mariachi music in the night as he flies by. He's always amazed at the beautiful Guadalajara architecture, and the Guadalajara Cathedral never fails to dazzle his eyes. Santa's journey is still not over yet. Stay tuned with NORAD to find out where he'll be spotted next. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Petty Officer 2nd Class Mila Leon.
Santa is thrilled to be in Colorado, home of NORAD. He has just been spotted flying over the city of Boulder. Boulder is one of the healthiest cities in the U.S., and Santa has been spotted hiking the many mountain trails throughout the area's national parks. He's also been spotted twisting and turning down the Rocky Mountain ski slopes. Maybe this year he'll try snowboarding. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Dennis Springer.
NORAD Santa cams have captured images of Santa, now traveling along the western coast of the United States. And the folks at NORAD's Western Air Defense Sector have communicated that Santa is in fact flying along the Pacific coast, close to San Francisco and the California Bay Area. The Santa cam images show that he's just flown by San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf and the Golden Gate Bridge, continuing west on his holiday flight. It's been a long night, but as always, NORAD is steadily monitoring the skies to ensure Santa's safe flight. For NORAD Tracks Santa, on Major Penn.
Aloha! The NORAD Operations Center has just released images showing that Santa has arrived in the beautiful islands that make up Hawaii. Images show him flying along Maui's Hana Highway and high above the summit of Haleakala, Maui's highest peak and home of the magnificent silver sword plant. Santa sure must be tired after such a long Yuletide journey. Historical data tells us that when Santa has finished delivering his gifts, he typically does some backtracking to those homes where children had not yet gone to sleep. After his rounds, Santa will go home to the North Pole for a well-deserved rest. For NORAD Tracks Santa, I'm Joyce Creech.